Hello, hello. This is just a surprise. My very first surprise in this group. Surprise live. I see a couple of people have popped in. Hello. I was bored and wanted to paint and thought I would go live just for fun. I'm gonna switch my paper out. Hi Shay, hi Carol. Y'all have to bear with me. I haven't been by myself live in this group yet, so not sure how this is gonna go. Get out of my way. Have some room here. Hi Cindy. It's just me tonight. I'm just doing a simple little kind of a tie-dye spiral. Then I'm gonna foil, and then I'm gonna do a peace sign. So I kind of have this idea of what I want to do, but we'll see how it goes. And as you can tell, I'm gonna be doing the rainbow, because that's my favorite thing to paint. Put them in order so I don't get confused. So how are y'all doing tonight? Of course, if y'all have any questions while I'm here, feel free to ask. Or if you want to talk about whatever, the weather. Maybe not too much about COVID, because I'm just tired. Tired of the doll. Oh, working on Looney Tunes. Okay. I haven't done a Looney Tunes rock yet, but hopefully I will. I am not a big Looney Tunes person. Growing up, I wasn't really into cartoons. I know, it's crazy, but that's just me. My brother was big into cartoons. I was more into like shows like Punky Brewster. I'm gonna show my age now, but I liked the real kid shows, not animated. You see what my pen just did. Bad pen, bad pen. Let me grab a paper towel. I'll be right back. Every now and then my posca does this and just plops out color. But it's easily fixed. Hello, whoever's popped in. Welcome, welcome. It's just little old me live tonight, just playing, doing some hippie peace stuff. I was bored and thought I would jump on and hang out with y'all. I went and chilled at Mom's house today, and she made chicken fried steak, and it was wonderful, and I'm still full. You know us Texans and our chicken fried steak. I'm just going to drag it down the bottom here. Now I'm going with orange. I saw this on Pinterest. I don't know if this is exactly how they did it. I think it was just a graphic anyways. But I thought I want to do that on a rock. I guess I should have invited some people. I'm not used to doing the live thing yet. Wanda usually gives me my instructions. Hi Jane. How are you doing tonight? Man, it was so hot today. Our air conditioner cannot keep up with this hot weather. Now I'm going to yellow. Is Cat a nickname? Or is your last name really Cat? Because that would be awesome. I'm a cat person. We got two kitties. This is how I always do my spirals. Although I don't usually do this many colors, but I really wanted to do a rainbow, so we'll see how it goes. I might have to go back in and do some fixing, but so far it's looking pretty good. I kind of like this combo. I might have to do this on just one rock and go kind of retro 70s, because this is kind of cool. Oh, you have a Maine Coon, Carol? Mine is part Maine Coon. And this year we had to have all his teeth pulled because Maine Coons are known to have terrible teeth. And every one of his teeth were bad, so we had to get them all pulled. And he's young, so that was kind of tough. But he's loving the canned food, so I guess he's not going to complain. But full-blood Maine Coons are so big and gorgeous. I shave mine because he won't groom himself. Oh, you got lucky. Yeah. Now I'm going into green. Well, I'm glad he still has his teeth. Mine does not. Hi, Amanda. Oh, wow, I have 12 people now. I'm getting nervous. I found this graphic on Pinterest that I really like, and so I decided to go for it and try to do it on a rock. It's just a printed graphic. It's not painted or anything. I'm running out of room right there. Might have to do some more work. Oh no. For my tie-dyes that I'm doing like this, I use 3M usually. You can use 1M, but you're gonna be here for a while. I probably could have used it in this small fine section. I should have made my spiral bigger, because I'm not going to be able to get all my colors in. That's okay. I'll work with it. Hi, Kathy. I was just laying on the bed like I want to do a rock, but I can't decide what I want to do. And oh, I skipped ahead. I was supposed to be blue, not purple yet. And then I thought maybe I'll go live. I think I'll be able to sneak that purple in a little bit there. But yeah, I saw this graphic and I thought, I bet I could do that. And I'm going to add foil because it has this. And then it has like this animal print over the top of it. And so I thought, oh, I can totally add some animal print foil over the whole top. And let's hope I have enough foil glue to get through this. I was going to use a shadow stone or some kind of rounded stone, like this one. But laying the whole foil over one of these rounded rocks is kind of hard. So I decided I'm going to go the easy way and use a flat santorini. And it might take me a little while to do my foil tonight because my flashlight pooped out on me already. So I'm gonna have to use my regular light. I think this one's a 5M. I don't think I have a 3M in purple. Yeah, this is a 5M. But I think you I'm not positive, but I think you can put a 3M tip. Or no, maybe it's in the, I can't remember, but I know there's some that you can use. Maybe it's the 1M that you can use a 3M in. I'll have to mess with that and see which way it goes. I think you can change them out. I like using Posca for these because it dries so fast. Is anyone painting besides Shay tonight? Oh, okay. This is kind of the boring part, huh? Decided to go in and add a little more red to this. I love doing these, especially on the baby rocks. They're very cool little pocket rocks that you can carry around and hand to people. Or if I send a rock to someone, I like to send a little pocket rock. Yep, I love it. I didn't think I would do those pocket rocks much because it's so hard for me to do little rocks, but I got a few and did it and loved it. And you can do this with acrylic, it's just going to take you a little time. Aw, how cute, Shay. I like doing the little kindness rocks that say little positive things. And people just really love those. Especially, my husband's a dialysis patient, so it's nice to take those with me and hand to the patients. Oh my goodness, Shelly. Thank you. I'm going rainbows. I just decided to go ahead and take the purple all the way around and just cover the rock. So that's what I'm working on. You can't really tell because I'm doing the sides. But with a 5M, you can get a lot of coverage real quick. Oh, they do. You know, it's really sad. A lot of those patients, they're just existing. They're not really living, and most of them, they aren't happy, and they're not, I mean, I wouldn't be happy on dialysis either, but they just have no hope, and that's why I try to give them a little hope. We're actually thinking about trying the transplant process again. We haven't fully decided, but hopefully. Oh, they all know me as the rock lady, because I'm always leaving rocks at the dialysis clinic. And they'll say, "You're the rock lady, aren't you?" Yep. I'm just going back and trying to get some of these spots that have a little bit of white peeking through. It's not really going to show because I'm going to go over it with foil, but I have OCD. Most of y'all probably know that by now. Alright, I'm going to let that sit for a second and dry, and then I'll start foiling. And I hope my plan works. Yeah, we have one here. Definitely, you can always ask me a foil question. Now, I'm not Wanda, but I will try to do my best. Okay, I'll quit messing with it and let it dry. Hi, Debbie. You've never foiled before. Well, it's fun. It can be trying at times, but it just adds something to a rock that you can't get with paint, really. Why is nail glue used sometimes and some? Oh, well, nail glue is for the foil to stick to. The top coat is more of a sealer. Now, sometimes Wanda uses top coat instead of resin, but they're pretty much the same thing. They're both sealed with UV. If you use UV resin, if you use 2-part resin, then it's a little bit different. Posca dries pretty quick, so but yeah, there's nail glue and then there's top coat. Like, for example, this is nail glue. This is going to leave it sticky so that the foil will attach to it. The top coat just makes a sealer, a sealed coat, and that's it. Hi Yvonne, I just popped on as a surprise. I was wanting to paint and thought I would visit with y'all. I'm a 2-part resin person too, for the most part. I don't do a whole lot of UV resin, but I do a lot of rocks because I'm a kindness rocker, so I have to do 2-part or I wouldn't have, I don't have the money to buy the UV resin. It's so expensive. So I just did a basic posca swirl for the background, and now I'm going to just resin this whole rock, and this is the foil I'm using. And it is in the Wanda foil pack. So, let me plug my little light in. My flashlight pooped out on me, so I'm gonna have to use my light that takes forever. So we'll have to chat it up while it's doing its thing. Or maybe I can find something else to work on while it's doing its thing. Yeah, I found one at, I got a Five Below one too, but the first one that I used, the first time I used it, it wrinkled up my glue, so I was not happy with that. The flashlight, though, was really helping not wrinkle my glue, so I was bummed when my flashlight died on me. But you know what I'm thinking the problem is? I'm thinking the issue is that it's hot. So if I put it further away from the rock, it probably wouldn't wrinkle. I bet, I'm thinking that's probably why we can't use the big lights. But the further away you put the light, it's not as hot. So I'm thinking that might be the issue. And I tend to put my light right down there. This is my last bottle of SXC. had to throw a couple of bottles away because this stuff has a shelf life. And I had no idea. But if I was thinking about it, I would have known, because I know UV resin, like Mr. Resin, has a shelf life. So it's not going to last you as long as 2-part resin. But even 2-part resin has a shelf life, so you want to make sure that you buy the amount of resin you're going to use. I know it's cheaper to buy the bigger containers, but if you're not going to use it in a certain amount of time, then you definitely don't want to buy the bigger resin. Okay, I'm going to let this process. There we go. Let me scroll back and see what. Oh, it put me all the way back to the top. Finally just got back to Mom again in Arizona. Oh no. I've been hearing a lot of bad things about Southwest and stuff they're doing to people, and American too. They're just kind of all over the place right now. So I don't know about flying. Hello, everybody that popped in. I'm just doing a fun little piece rock today. Hi, Jennifer. Yes, I am, Shelly. This is basically going in layers. Hi, Allison. It's just me tonight. I decided I wanted to paint with friends. So it was a surprise live. This is big enough. I think I can get this whole section. Let me grab a Q-tip. Oh, all right, Jennifer. I'm always doing tie-dye. Tie-dye and rainbows. Yes, it's trial and error, but we can tell you the good ones. Wanda's foil that she sells has been really good. We have not had too many issues with it at all. You just have to make sure when you're doing one like this that you pull up slowly. This rock has like a little bit of a blemish on it. I buy blemish santorinis most of the time because as you see, I like to paint them completely. So there's no point in having wonderful santorinis. And I'm just catching these little pieces that aren't sticking. There we go. First one down. Yeah, the Wanda foil is awesome. The foil is nicer. It's not thin, it's a nicer foil. And the foil part that's going on is brighter than what we've been getting in the boxes on Amazon. So I'm just going to put this all the way up. Now I think this bottle's out. I'm going to grab my other bottle here. This is the Beatles. This is the other one that Wanda uses. Hopefully I don't have too bad of luck with it tonight. Yeah, and most of these, most of the blimstones, they just have, like, graying on them, or rust on them, or, you know, something like that. So, if you can get that off for the most part, sometimes maybe not the rust, but, since I cover mine anyways, there's no point in buying regular ones. Every now and then I do one that's natural, but for the most part, I do a blemish. If I get a hold of blemish. Oh, you have a few, Jennifer? Oh, you're not in... You're in Canada, aren't you? I'm going to pull my rock forward and torch it a little. Yeah, that's too bad. There are a few people that buy Santorinis in Canada if you're close to the border and you can have it shipped somewhere in the US. Now I'm going to put my light kind of high up because this Beatles, I don't want it to wrinkle up on me. It's really too bad there's not some kind of a better shipping system that wouldn't be so expensive. Like some kind of international shipping system that would be cheaper than what just the regular post office is. So far, no wrinkles, guys. So maybe that's the trick with If you're having wrinkling, just raise your light up. You might have to cure it for a minute or two longer. This is a MacArt 6 watt. You only want to use you only want to use a 6 watt when you're doing nail foil. You don't want to do anything higher, because the hotter it is, the more it wrinkles. That's good. Okay, next row. So, I don't know if you can hear that. There's a little bit of tackiness, but it's not still wet. You'll definitely be able to tell if it's still too wet. But you're just going to feel like a slight tackiness. But if you put your finger in it and it still has too much movement, then it's not a good idea. So let me see. I think I was using this other end. Is that right? No. That's right. So I'm going to try to connect these to some degree. Yes, shiny side up. And I could tell from my design that I didn't have it right. I thought I had it right. Sometimes these holograms are hard to tell which side is the right one and which one isn't. So you have to be careful. I am the queen of putting them the wrong way. Thank you, Helen. And I'm just rubbing a Q-tip over this. I mean, it's like almost perfect pulling up this foil. See, I mean, there's hardly... Oh, Bambi, I didn't give a notification. I was a bad girl. I just jumped on here and said, surprise. I'm just hanging out, doing a little tie-dye, peace sign. We're not to the peace sign yet, but we will be eventually. I'm going to go ahead and apply. Turn it to the side and make sure I'm getting it good. I just jumped on and said I wanted some company while I was painting, and here I am. Give it a little torch. Sorry, I'll learn how to do all the technical stuff eventually. All the inviting. Okay, now turn my rock back around and I'm gonna start. So if you missed what I said a while ago, the beetles, I've been having trouble with it wrinkling on me, but I think it's because of the heat. So you can't really tell, but I'm holding my light up about yay high from the rock, just to see if maybe it was too hot for that particular glue, and it worked. So if you're having trouble with your glue wrinkling, it could be that your light's too hot. Just raise it up. Don't put it down all the way on the rock. Like I'm used to putting it on the rock and just letting it sit with my SXC, but with the beetles it wrinkles. So if you have one of those sunlights that's wrinkling your glue, just raise it up. Even if you have to set something on either side of your rock to set it on, if it's not a big rock like this, do that, and it'll keep it from wrinkling, because mine did not wrinkle at all. It's totally smooth. And this is the first time I've been completely successful with the Beetles glue. No, it wasn't you, Bambi. I'll get better at inviting and stuff, and then I'll get put in gel like Wanda's always in gel. Yeah, if you just got Beetles glue and you have issues, Wanda doesn't have issues, but she uses the flashlight, and my flashlight pooped out on me. So until I get a new one, I'm stuck with this thing. But the flashlight doesn't wrinkle it for some reason. But it's more powerful, so I explain that one to me. But if you put your light up high, I noticed it's not. And I'm wearing gloves, so if y'all see Wanda, make sure you tell her that I was wearing gloves. She's a stickler, and she's right. She should be. I'm just bad. Well, the brand I have, Jane, is this Conskia. I'm not sure how to say that. I wouldn't get that one. I would try to get something else. Some people said they were able to manipulate theirs a little bit with the springs and stuff and make it work, but mine is just flat not working at all. Ah, shoot. Oh, I still got it down for the most part. I thought I wrinkled. I messed with it and messed with it for I don't know, like 30 minutes today, and I cannot even get it to come on. And I've changed the batteries. I thought it was the batteries they sent, because you know, the company batteries that they send are always cheapies. So I didn't think it was, I thought it was the batteries. But no, this one's just not working. But it is a UV flashlight, so, and you want a 12, what did Wanda say, y'all? A 12 volt or 12, I can't remember, 12 watt? I guess because there's several out there. It was funny though, when we were looking one day for the UV resin light for UV resin. Yeah, 12 LED lights are in it. That's right, Jennifer. We were looking for the resin part, and we found a club black light. I don't remember how much it was. It was like $80 or something like that. And Wanda was like, "That's the light I need right there." And we actually played around with the idea of buying it, but we never did. Oh my goodness. She's a hoot. Vansky from Amazon. Oh, good. So Jennifer says Vansky. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Alrighty. I'm gonna pop the little foil right here. I just need a little section. I wonder if I can make this one work. Oh, I don't know. I better get a new piece. See, it's hard to tell which one's the shiny side, but I can tell by the direction that the animal print's going. And I overlap a little bit and try to line up the lines as much as I can. It's not going to be perfect, but this type of print, you can pretty much get away with it not being perfect. This is a pretty good size rock, so... But I have enough to do a whole other rocker too, so I don't usually do a whole rock with foil, but this one I wanted to because it's something I saw on Pinterest that was just a digital image that I wanted to try with paint. So alrighty. And I'm going to save this piece because there's a whole chunk up there that I could use for something. You can kind of see the seams, but once we get the peace sign on and the resin on, it's going to be cool. Cool, cool. way too much. So in order to use something on the top, like my pins that I was planning on using, if I use pins, you have to put a sealer over it, either a spray or something like that. I use DuraClear. Now, I know some people have had trouble with DuraClear, but let me explain. I made a big mess here. Oh, hi, Chris. Mine is DuraClear Gloss Varnish. Do not use high gloss. High gloss will crack and mess up your artwork. High gloss is not good. It might be good on paper or something else like that, but on a rock, it's not good. So make sure you have gloss varnish, not high gloss. And it dries pretty quick. I'm going to let it sit a bit, and then I'll draw on my heart. If y'all will give me 1 sec, I'm going to run to my sink and rinse this brush, because I don't have my brush holder with water in it. Because I forgot. Okay, I'm back, and I have degloved. So I am done foiling. I don't need any more of that. Put my glue up and get it out of the way. You can also spray a Rust-Oleum matte 2-time spray, which, if I'm not doing this and not on camera, I would do that. But it dries fast, but it smells a little strong at first until the smell dissipates, and there's no smell with DuraClear, so I just assume throw that on. I might have to put the blow dryer on it. That came out so cool. The digital print that I'm using as my example was black animal print, and I like this better. I'm gonna pull out my blow dryer, y'all, so it's gonna get kind of loud for a minute, so you might want to turn your volume down. And I'm using the cold setting on my hair dryer. Dry. Alrighty. Oh, you're welcome. Is it Terry? Is that how you say your name? So now I'm going to draw my peace sign, and I'm going to do it in the shape of a heart, and I'm going to see if I have a stencil with a heart on it that's big enough, because I am not the best at drawing hearts, but if I have to do it freehand, I will. However, there's a little heart. Oh, you know what I do have? I think I have a posca printed, I mean not posca, a cricket printed heart that I might have to pull out real quick. Maybe I'll do that. Be right back. Bear with me, guys. I'm looking for my cricket heart I have that I printed out the other day. Here we go. Thank you, Debbie. So here's my heart. Wanda! Look, I foiled a whole rock with your Wanda foil. Let me get my other white. Here it is. Thank you. Yep, Wanda's in his house. Aw, you're so sweet. It's not perfect, but it worked really well, and we discovered something on the video tonight. So I used my Beetle's glue and it did not wrinkle, and it's because I used my light up higher. So like I held it about yay far away from the rock and no wrinkles. So I think for anybody that has any kind of light that's wrinkling their foil, they need to hold it up higher. Because I think it's the heat that's wrinkling the foil, which you've thought all along, but I really think that's for sure the reason. So I'm just freehanding the peace sign part. funny. I don't know how fast posca is gonna dry on vinyl. I have never used posca on vinyl. Yeah, the posca is not wanting to dry on the vinyl. I made the heart with my joy, my Cricut joy. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out my matte medium. I made the heart, but then I added the peace sign into it. I'm going to put this matte medium to give me some grip. Thanks, Wandaloo. I've noticed that working on these rocks live with y'all always makes me hungry. I'm sitting here like really hungry all of a sudden. So I'm using matte medium if you're curious. It's a medium to help give you some grip. I use it a lot with my mixed media. And because the posca wasn't really drying, on the vinyl very well, I thought maybe I needed something for grip. Yeah, I totally have the munchies. And I had nothing before this video. I didn't even have a drink. You only ate cookies today, Shay? My mom made this thing called a St. Louis Ooey Gooey Butter Cake. That thing was sinful. Totally sinful. $1.15. Oh, that is too funny. The autocorrect monster got you. I'm so used to autocorrect getting people that I kind of figure it out before before they even say anything what they meant. Now I'm going to let this dry. Yes, that ooey gooey butter cake, it was so sweet. And she even cut back on the powdered sugar because it called for 4 cups of powdered sugar in the filling. And she was like, that is way too much. So she cut it back 2 cups. And it was still super uber sweet. I'm just letting my gloss varnish, I mean not my gloss varnish, I'm looking at the gloss varnish bottle. I'm letting my matte medium dry on my heart before I finish. No butter tart. I don't know much about Canadian food, really. Maybe we need a Canadian class. Although I did, there for a while, they have those snack boxes, snack crate, and I got one from Canada. I don't even remember what all was in that box, but it was good stuff. And I noticed that y'all have some flavors of Lay's chips that we don't get here. Oh, you're welcome, Jan. Thanks for joining me. Hi, Wendy. You're catching me at the tail end. I'm letting my matte medium dry on my heart before I'm going to color it in. Yes, Lay's ketchup and all dressed. We have dill pickle here, but the all dressed and the Lay's ketchup. Man, so weird, those chips. The all dressed were good. The ketchup was kind of weird. It's my fault, Wendy. I just popped on live surprise. I didn't invite anyone because I'm not tech savvy, and close your ears, Wanda, but I'm inviting people and all that is, she needs to teach me, so I just jumped on live. Okay, y'all, I'm going to turn my hair dryer on again on cold, so silence your phones. Alrighty. I'm just grabbing a couple of pins. Oh, you were out to dinner, Wendy? Were you having something good? Sorry about that, guys. My husband's sugar is a little bit low, so I was making sure he's getting some food. Oh my gosh, Wendy, I love Longhorn Steakhouse. That is where me and my husband had our first date. And it was hilarious. Because we were both nervous. Crazy, crazy nervous. My husband was sweating profusely. When he asked me on a date, he asked me where I wanted to go. And of course I said I was gonna pick, I didn't tell him, but I was like, I'm gonna pick the most expensive place to eat. Which I didn't pick the most expensive place to eat, because there is a place that's even higher than Longhorns, but it's pricey. And I said, I want to meet at Longhorn Steakhouse. He said, okay. The rest is history. So if you're afraid, like I was, that the Posca pen was not going to work well on here, even with the matte medium, I was nervous and I didn't want to scrape anything off or anything like that. I just opted to use a brush. And so I just bleed the pen a little bit and start blending. Yep, it all worked out. And we went and saw a horrible movie after. It was, babe, what was that movie we went and saw after our date? It was some vampire hunter. Jeremy, what movie was that we went and saw after our first date?
It was called Abraham Lincoln Vampire.
Okay. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter is the movie that we went and saw afterwards, and it was awful. But who really could pay attention, right? When you're on a date, a first date. Oh, I love my Posca pens too, Wendy. They are awesome. No, he didn't, Cindy. I kept thinking, is he going to hold my hand? Is he going to do something, you know? And he never did. But he was super nervous. That is a weird movie, but a good movie. I totally agree, Jennifer. So I'm just trying to blend it. Oh, 48 years. Congratulations. That's awesome. So I'm just doing kind of a tie-dye thing on the heart also. That's not the right pin. I used a matte medium over the acrylic, over the vinyl. I just wasn't sure that it was going to adhere very well, so I thought I would go ahead and add it instead of winging it. And I'm glad I did, because I don't think it would have stuck very well. My original plan was not to use vinyl, but it was a last minute thought, and I'm not so great at freehanding hearts. So I remembered I had that heart that I had printed in my Cricut box. Thought I would give it a shot. So now I'm going to go back to the red. That's not dry. Wanda, you know me, I love the rainbow. Ooh, I didn't think of a cookie cutter. That's brilliant. And I'm sure I have a heart. Thank y'all for joining me tonight. It was nice having some company while I painted this rock that I've been wanting to paint for a while. It's been on my Pinterest board for probably a couple of weeks. Thanks, Deborah. I'm one of the few people that still uses Pinterest. I know it's kind of an old thing to use now, but oh yay, good, I'm not the only one. Yeah, a lot of my ideas are from Pinterest. Although I do get some from Google. And some from just like t-shirts on Facebook or who knows where. I just get ideas from everywhere, really. Oh, me too, Jennifer. But lately, I've been using TikTok for my dinner ideas because you can just go put in, you know, what you want. And there's amazing ideas. Of course, I don't know if you want to get into the TikTok rabbit hole. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll know that I tried the TikTok hack where they say that the black cherry Mio and the lime water tastes like Dr. Pepper. Well, that's a big lie. It does not taste like Dr. Pepper. I tried it and it tastes like cherry limeade. Oh, you're not a TikTok user? I understand. It's not for everybody, and it's definitely not something that let's see, purple, red. I'm gonna start with red. There's a lot of bullying that goes on TikTok, so I'm real selective with what I watch on there. So I have a lot of rock painters on there, and so my FYP page has changed a lot since then. And I've also been watching people that make tumblers because I'm kind of dabbling with the desire to make me a tumbler, and I may not ever do it, and I might, I don't know. But so I mostly see art. Yeah, I send TikToks to Wanda all the time, and then she's stuck in the rabbit hole for a while. I sent her a nail one the other day, and she's like, oh great, more stuff I have to buy. I'm sorry. It was just cool, and I want to do it on a rock. But we haven't done it yet, so no fear. You don't have to buy anything yet. I can't remember what it was she was using. Well, I don't even know if she said what she was using, but it was like it was like a thicker paint or some kind of thicker product. And she was using a little tool to make like little petals on a flower with it. So it would be 3D. And I've seen that stuff before when I've been in the store in the art section. And I actually saw someone use it on a painting, so I don't think it's clay, but it's something to do, something kind of like that. But it makes like a 3D effect. See, Jennifer? Isn't it intriguing? You can use, I'm pretty sure you could, well, I don't know. I don't think you could. I was going to say I thought you could use like a really thick acrylic, because I have done kind of a 3D texture with acrylic on a rock. But it was like a real thick, like professional acrylic. But I still think you need something that's more of a clay-ish texture, I'm gonna say. Putty? Maybe it's some kind of putty. Maybe it is some kind of a gel, but Lori! But it wasn't, it's not gooey, I don't think. Sorry, Lori, I didn't let anybody know I was going live. I just did it. I went live and said, surprise. So I'm fired. Oh, Wanda's throwing up a link, so I guess she knows. Wanda, you're throwing up a link before we even try it? .3D carving gel. That sounds more like it. Now I'm going to dip into some of this yellow and try to get a little bit of blend here. The night I TikToked you. Is that what we're calling it now? That's funny. Yes, exactly, Jennifer. That's what it looked like. It kind of looked like fondant. You hit the nail on the head. But you don't need it yet, cause, well, unless you want to just be prepared. Because it will be happening one day. Just don't know when. There was something else she did too. It wasn't just the flowers she did. It was another... She did something else on that video with the nails. And it was just really cool.
What?
Hold on. Just let me...
I can do it. I can.
Okay. Oh, yeah, they have some crazy nails right now. There's this one on TikTok that I've been following, and it takes 8 hours to do the nails. I'm like, man, y'all are crazy. That's just too much. I cannot sit for 8 hours getting nails done. They're, of course, they're long and very blingy, but no, just no. I do too much with my rocks. I can't have the bling bling on the nails. I just can't do it. Okay, now once this is dry, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of glitter, because you know, it's not extra enough. I gotta be extra extra. Lori. Oh, you're sharing the TikTok now? Now y'all will see what I'm talking about. Which glitter do I want to use? Maybe the Craft Twinkles. Now, Lori, I can't use all the glitters, even though I would love to. I have so many, but only certain ones work on top of Posca without smearing it. Like Dragon Glaze will smear Posca. Enchanted Shimmer will smear Posca. Extreme Glitter doesn't. And this Craft Twinkles doesn't. But if you want to use one of those that smears, all you got to do is spray. I'm just not spraying because I've already been on here for like ever. And I'm not going to put y'all through that. But you could go spray a couple of light sprays and then apply whatever glitter you want. It worked for me, just had to move a jigsaw bit into place. I don't even know what y'all are talking about. Y'all lost me at jigsaw. Exactly. Exactly, Jennifer. I was like, Wanda, please, ASAP. Can't you imagine like a whole bunch of them and then adding some like real light, probably the neon pink in watercolor, like just dusting it, not dusting because it would be watered down, but just like putting a little bit for color in there on each little leaf, I mean each little petal. I can't talk. That's what I said, we gotta learn first and then share. But I'm already moving forward with what I'm gonna tint it with. You learn how to do it, and I'll learn how to paint it. Okay, so the craft twinkles is going to have to dry before you get the full effect. Oh, using the straight powder, you mean? Yeah, probably. I don't know how wet that paste, that whatever it is, gel is, but so I think it was successful. It doesn't look exactly like the picture I was trying to get, but I think it's cute. And it'll be better when it's dry. I'll resin it and post a picture in the group so you can see. I might outline it. I'm not sure. I'm indecisive on the outlining. Thank you, Wanda. Yeah, I might outline it. I don't know, y'all. My hand's not very steady, and I tend to mess things up when I outline them, so I haven't figured out the best way to outline yet. But that's why I shy away from outlining things, but I think it does need an outline. Cause see, the original that I'm going by had black animal print, and since this is hologram, it's kind of busier, so the black outline would be better. You're welcome, Shay. Thanks for hanging out. Thank y'all, everybody, for hanging out with me. If y'all have any questions, shoot me a message. Y'all are welcome to try this out. Like I said, I got my original picture on Pinterest. If you want the original picture, I can shoot it to you in Messenger. And y'all have a great night. See y'all soon. Bye bye.